Alright, so I have never been a real big mecha fan. It is something that I've developed not a taste for, but something that I've begun to, I don't want to say tolerate, but I have started to enjoy these anime. And so the past 2 reviews have been on mechas. Why? Because they're recent series and I haven't seen any review videos on them, so I'm like, well, why not? No one else is doing it. I might as well, because everyone's doing all that Res Zero and all that. So today we're going to talk about a show which piqued my interest, which I then dropped, and then I finished, and I did enjoy it. And that show is Kuromukuro. If I mispronounced that completely, feel free to shit on me in the comments. It's probably mispronounced as hell. Yes, we are driving. I am on the road. Why? Because, you know, time is money. No, I'm kidding. I just thought it'd be nice to do a change of pace at the place of doing every anime review inside of my room. I feel like some of them will be in my car, some of them will be on my longboard, others will be a nature hike, sometimes I'll be skiing. I don't know, I want to add that spontaneous. So with all that into account, let's go take a look at Kuromukuro. Let me put things into context of how this show sets you up in the first episode. You have Yukina, our main character, who is the daughter of this basically like brilliant person in charge of this UN research facility in Japan. And Yukina, unlike her mother, struggles, and like her mother doesn't understand why she struggles, and she's just not as smart, and basically like your standard like mom wants child to be successful, child is struggling story. Child is like struggling to fill parents' desire story. And so that's sort of the setup. So one day when Yukina is visiting the research facility at which her mom works at, there is sort of like an incursion by other stuff and beings and stuff. And somehow Yukina gets caught up in the middle of it. She meets our other main character called Kenosuke, who is a samurai from a very, very long time ago, who was preserved, interestingly, and that's how it starts off. And then she gets into a robot, and then fights happen. Fights! Yes, I love my mecha fights. So the general concept behind the show is that there's a forward invasion for an alien army, and basically they're on Earth, and they're looking for these things called hinge stones, and we don't know why they want them at first. That'll be obviously later on, and we just know that they are just going around. They aren't going out of their way to attack cities and all that, but anytime they face resistance, they just obliterate it. Conventional weapons don't work, and so Yukina with Kenosuke are one of the few people able to operate one of the alien machines from a long, long time ago to fight these people off, and that is just sort of the basis around how this show works. So when you look at this show, there are a lot of main characters, side characters. I'm gonna start by focusing off on the 2 main characters. Yukina, which is a high school girl. I believe she's 18, 17 maybe. She's around that age. She just doesn't know what she wants to be in life, which is fine. Everyone's allowed to have those struggles. And so I find that sort of relatable at the beginning. So Kenosuke is a samurai from a long, long time ago. I think it's like the 1600s. He was trapped in the thing for like 300 years or something. And as a result, in age, no idea what happened. And so the modern world to him is just like witchcraft. He has no idea what in the world is happening. And I just love it. I find it so cool. I just like the character. He is a little bit two-dimensional too, like Yukina. By that I mean like he must slay the demons, and that's it. And he does develop as the series progresses, this character, and he does improve that quite a lot. Oh, Mr. Audi wants to overtake me. Go ahead and overtake Mr. Audi. There goes the Audi. Like I said, he wanted to overtake, but he didn't. All right. So, where was I at? Okay, yeah, Kenosuke. His character is very, very, like, predictable to an extent. It's really fun seeing his reactions to technology and all that. And I really like him as a character, and I like the relationship that starts to build between Yukina and Kenosuke. But until very, very, very later on into the show, he's a bit oblivious. He is, I have my way of thinking, this is the correct way. And it takes him a long time to understand, which is fine, but sometimes I'm just like, as for regards to the supporting characters, there's nothing special. I really liked the other Geoframe pilots. I really thought they were a nice addition. I thought they were well-developed characters. Some of the classmates that Yukina had, for example, the boy that has a massive crush on her, which I don't know his name off the top of my head, he's just there for being there, and he's, pardon me for saying, fucking useless. So I'm just like, eh. Now let's move into the plot. Plot? I mean, like, standard alien want to invade planet Earth, sort of advanced invasion party to try and do some things to make the other army come in faster. It is fairly standard as far as that plot goes. I mean, there were no real big plot twists that really surprised me. At some points I was like, I'm wondering about this, I wasn't sure. But as far as plot goes, a lot of it I could be like, I think I know what's going to happen next. I have a pretty good idea, and most of the time I was like, well, this isn't exactly what I predicted, but it's not that far off, if you guys know what I mean. Now, let's talk about the score. There was really nothing stand out to me. I mean, it is not one of those scores I went to go after and like listen to. I feel like the best example of like a score I went to listen to after is Resonance in Terror. That is one of the most beautiful scores I'd ever heard, and I went and downloaded a few of the songs from that one, and I really love it. I love the score from Ruby. That's another one. Wow, it's nice outside. That's what I like about driving this time of year. Everything is just fucking colorful. Wow, okay. So yeah, I really like those scores. Fate's Day Night, Unlimited Blade Works, love that score. It was epic. You know, you get the feeling that a score is really epic when you're watching a scene and the music kicks in and you're just like, yes! And you're just da-da-da-da, and then you're like, you're into it. Like, that music just puts you in the zone and you're feeling the groove. When it comes to sound design, I mean, it fairly good. Everything sounded the way it should sound. I mean, like, there was nothing too odd with the guns. It wasn't like it sounded gorgeous or anything. Sometimes, like, you'll hear sounds and like the background and all that is just so immersive. It wasn't anything special, but it definitely was there, and it did not break the immersion. Neither did it make it like, oh my gosh, I am there. So nothing special there. So in the end, what is my feeling on Kuromukuro? So in the end, what is my perception of Kuromukuro? Overall, really good show. I enjoyed watching it. There was a part where I dropped it in the middle while I was watching it. That's because I lost interest and I went through exams and I was busy and stuff. But if you have the time, I would definitely recommend you go and check out and stream the show. It is on Netflix. It is a Netflix. When Netflix says they want to do a show, usually they do a pretty good job. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad. I really enjoyed watching the show, and I have a feeling that if you are a mecha fan, you should take the time and go watch this. And if you're not a mecha fan, I'm not sure if this is the right one to introduce you to the genre. I would go with something more like Code Geass or Eureka 7, but you could always try it. And with that in mind, I give this show a rating of 8 out of 10. So, please leave your recommendations for future reviews in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you disagree, agree, think I'm some bloody idiot. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye!